Alrighty. Howdy Neighbors and welcome to Sepia Tears. I believe I remember this game, but when I was just a young skeleton. I believe it was a mobile game. So I'm excited to relive the magic of, oh no, middle school. Heard about the mayfly, right? What are those odd winter days where the snow is falling, but it isn't cold? Either late November or the beginning of December, right around the time when the dollar stores start playing Christmas music, and the couples go skating. Fun fact, it is November 9th when I am recording this, which is a fun fact, but also, I was in an arcade, and they were playing Christmas music. Knock it off! Don't do that! Please, we just got done being spooky. One of those odd winter evenings. It's same old 3:00 p.m. through the lens of a classroom window. I describe the muted texture of the light through the glass, but it's become all too familiar. I feel like raving about the miracle of flowers blooming in spring. The novelty is gone. Tears screech against the tiled floor and students clatter all around. Sounds fall on me weightless. Mayfly. The bug that lives only a day once it grows its wings. It's a great metaphor. I must have seen it before. My mind wanders sometimes. It's like being stuck in a room with the TV set to the local news. Almost muted, but not quite. I like reading a boring webpage because you're too lazy to click away. Having a voice in your head that won't shut up. It used to bother me, but I can handle it now. Listen to music on the way home, play a video game before you go to bed. Fill time in any way you can, and it won't be so loud. You ever wonder why they even bother? It's simple, really. You pick up your books, stand up, put on your gloves as you walk through the early winter chill. Not gonna lie, I forgot about gloves, but anyway. Get home, make a snack, relax, let the process repeat itself. Life is the easiest thing in the world when you think about it. But sometimes memories resurface. The horrible red-brown that encroaches in my vision, creeping from a box locked safely away. Dots. Oh. It's cold. I hadn't noticed before. Looks like it's snowing. I was out for that long. I was walking home from school a moment ago, I'm sure. This is a dream. That would make sense. Why am I wearing my school uniform? Why is my wallet in my pocket? I don't have to prove anything, but might as well roll with it. Seriously, pitch black here. I can pick out snowflakes just fine, but nothing seems to be lighting them. Better start moving before I freeze to death. Flashbang. That light, it's... Woman. Hi. You've come. You. Thank you for coming to see me. It's lonely here, you know. Lonely. Yeah, I can't deny that. It's a peaceful prison. Trapped in the darkness under this soft snowfall. But it's a prison. What's the matter? Aren't you glad to see me? Looks familiar. I'm sure of it. Memory teases me like a vivid, lucid dream, but I can't grab a hold of it. It's been such a long time. I thought you would have been what? Ecstatic. God. Why? I can't even read anymore. Oh. From my mouth, but the words are lost. The more I search in the memory, the more her eyes bewitch me. As snowflakes land in the girl's hair, I force the first words out of my mouth. Who are you? You really don't remember me. What a shame. There's so much to catch up on. Like your name, perhaps. Maybe you changed it. I forgot to read. That's my bad. Nothing to worry about. After all, we have all the time in the world. So then, who are you? Looks me in the eye, my heart stops. I'm dead. She's death. I'm the person you wish you never met. So I am dead. Embraces me. My senses freeze. Until a color strikes my eye against the monochrome backdrop. And in the stillness, a red ribbon drifts from the side of her hair. On the inside of the ribbon, something is written. Which is fantastic, as that is, like the words scrambled, blurred, even though my eyes are only inches from it. That ribbon, do you remember? It was your... Voice fades away. Puts the ribbon again. But before I can move closer, my stomach flips upside down. Whoa. There's a warmth fades from my arms. You're disappearing. This whole world is... A knife pierces my heart as I realize something. It's not this world that's disappearing. It's me. Yay! Day 1 reunion! Let's go! I don't want to read that. I do not want that voice line to live on the internet forever. That is not what I want. Big bro. Big bro, are you up? This one's familiar. Mark, we're going to be late. Ah. Have you been listening to me? Yeah, I heard you. Jeez, it wouldn't kill you to be a little more gentle. Gentle? But I'm your cute little sister. I'm automatically gentle. As the youngest? That's a lie. You think I'm automatically dependable because I'm your older brother. Wait. See? You're not the dependable sibling you're supposed to be. That gives me the legal right to find a new, exciting ways to tease you. And who was it that wrote this law? More importantly, I have a history test this morning. I'll leave you behind if I have to. Shouting, my diligently evil little sister runs down the stairs. Can't you find a more normal form of torture? Sigh. Ugh. Bright out, pleasantly bright. Taking a luscious look at the pale blue sky. With I fear the cold that accompanies it. See, this is why I hate winter. Nature has no mercy for the northern hemisphere. Actually, does that make a difference? Typically, every country has a part of a hemisphere. So there must be warm regions in the northern hemisphere. And even so, the southern hemisphere would be... Mark! I've been working on my Akuto Shinigin, and I'm coming. Last time she tried this, I showed her to think. Pretty sure I know who my next practice subject will be if you make me fail my test. Isn't it usually practice partner and not practice subject? So, that's my sister Rena. Since she started at my school, life has been hell. Well, maybe that's an exaggeration. She's a nice girl and all. She takes care of me, makes me lunch, forces me to buy her stuff. See what I mean? I'm out of compliments already. And that threat certainly wasn't the first. Ow. Stupid razor. That's supposed to show me how to useless thing. Anyway, and a strange girl, to put it nicely. She always rattles on about these crazy robot wars and melodramatic love stories that she watches, trying to find new and exciting ways to pull me into her world. I never figured out why she calls me Big Bro yet, though. Isn't it ironic? Ironically unironic? Ironic because she thinks... because she thinks I'll think it's subtly ironically unironic. Clearly conclude that it's part of some devious scheme that I've yet to catch wind of. She just watches the anime. Tip of the iceberg, so to speak. If the iceberg were a blood-related little sister. But as much as I'd like to criticize her, I can't complain. She still does better than me at school. I'm almost done. Oh, she does a better job of cooking and budgeting than me. And she never sleeps in. And the time she is late for class is when I hold her back. Now do you see why life with her is hell? Good morning, did you sleep well? I'm perfectly fine till I was awoken by a certain someone. You should say that. You should be thankful to have a cute girl like me wake you up every morning. You're not supposed to call yourself cute. Just because we're blood related and you're... Nope. That's not why. I mean, it's a little vain, don't you think? And it's not very cute. True. What if I'm only doing it to unnerve you? Good point. Well, I do have to thank you for keeping me on my toes all the time. Like my mother is what I want to say, but I imagine her twitching smile. And my life flashed before my eyes. So, Rin, have a test this morning? Yep, I did a quick review with my friends yesterday. You don't need to worry about it. I wasn't worried. Aww. Is that your way of hiding your affection? Was that even remotely implied? I know you'll pass the test. I want to make sure you didn't forget anything and end up failing for some stupid reason. Now I accidentally brought my Game Boy instead of my calculator. Yes, like that time. I was only 12. It was an innocent mistake. Only 12. Regardless, you know what I'm saying. Just don't screw up. I know, I won't. But aren't your exams coming up as well? Oh. I'm gonna go over to Lucas's house and study over the weekend. Or something like that. Even for you, that wasn't a very convincing lie. Psychic. I did make that up on the spot. It wouldn't kill you to put a bit of faith in me. If I said I'll study, I'll study. Really? You'll spend your whole Saturday afternoon doing math problems and rereading your social study notes? I didn't say what notes. But that really isn't the problem here. What would you look at the time? Let's change the subject. We're already late. Well then, why don't you continue at lunch? Right, big bro? That smile is so much more endearing before you get to know her. Made it. I left past the front door as the clock strikes 8 o'clock, inhaling a lungful of December air. Not bad, Mark. Not bad at all. Nah, she was mad. You're taking so long with your bag that I thought I'd really have to put the gloves on. I thought you were gonna... Oh, I thought you were going to leave me if I took too long. I was only kidding. Leave my only brother alone to walk to school such a cold, cold day? You couldn't. You could practice your anime fighting techniques on me. Well, when you look at it that way. But you know, mastery of the martial arts can be extremely important. What does this have to do with anything? It's important, really. Hey, I know. Self-defense and all that. No, not just self-defense. It's an extra weapon in your arsenal. What? Okay, picture this. Imagine that you're fighting against an enemy who already knows your techniques. Why would I be doing that? Has the person challenged you? Did he kidnap your princess? Use your imagination. What if the princess is in another castle? You just have to go look for her. Ow. Anyway, let's say you end up in combat with someone who knows what they're good with long-range weapons, like a crossbow. I already know your weakness. All I have to do is dash forward and fire at closer range. An archer wouldn't be able to react fast enough. The attacker would have the advantage. Well, what if you use a mid-range weapon like a lance? A lance is easy. A trained warrior would be proficient in both bows and axes. And everyone knows that an axe beats a lance. Thank you, Fire Emblem. True. They can just learn magic and attack from a distance. And what if your enemy knows that you're a magician? Skilled axe wielder would eliminate you in a single strike, no critical necessary. A magician needs an ace up their sleeve. And that ace is martial arts. That's one option. The magicians draw their power internally, not externally. Magic, unlike sorcery, flows through the natural internal circuit before it can be used to form a spell. The use of these circuits will drain much of an amateur's magical energy, resulting in the weakening of the Magnus combat ability. In this scenario, even a trained Magnus would be susceptible to the attacks of an ordinary human. More so if the human is skilled in hand-to-hand combat. Though it is an unlikely scenario, it would be prudent for a Magnus to... Enough of the info dumps. Fine, I don't need you. She taps the Twitter icon on her phone and runs away. No, take the phone. Take the phone. No, no, no. Don't go. Rin, no. Okay, maybe it's a bit hard on her back there. This isn't a bad outcome either. I think the streets would be a bit more busy in the morning. But no one even passes by. It's hard to get used to it if you're from the city, but I've lived in the suburbs my whole life. And I like the peace and quiet. It's nice. To mind wander. To mind wander to things you'd rather avoid. Mark. What was that? Hey! Look around and momentarily spot a figure. It disappears before my eyes. Strange, she looked familiar. Can't be that important. 2 weeks later. I would look back on that moment as the first of a series of very silly assumptions. Little Lucas. Mark, actually early. Familiar voice welcomes me in from the cold. Front of me seems the young man that I've known since the beginning of high school. I sometimes wish I didn't know. On time is more like. I've barely 5 minutes till the bell. Still an accomplishment coming from you. And Lillian! Hey, girlie! Oh, hey! You bring your notes for the presentation? My other friend Lillian voices her question politely, unlike a certain little sister. Well, we're on the computer until midnight, my laptop here charging, and your house is construction without power outlet. Oh, and your house was constructed without power outlet, of course. Alright, fine, I'll print them out at lunch. And there goes the bell. I was saying this, but I'm actually looking forward to a boring lecture for me to relax. The teacher's voice drones on, and on, and on. No, one way to escape. Jumping out the window might have long-term consequences, though. So I'll just be content with staring through it. I'm on board at school. I was like looking out at the weather, thinking about how I'd rather be anywhere but here. Although, fortune has treated me to nothing but a sadistic little sister and a pile of unfinished homework this morning. Maybe I'm better off in class after all. Mark. Am I hearing things? Mark. Just like this morning. Someone's stupid idea of a prank. It's just some kid. Nothing better to do with their time, but I can't forget that. Alright, I know what I have to do. Put a point in the sound, I spin around and glare at my target. Not getting away this time. Stop staring at me. Lucas turns around. Back down. Awkwardly. I'm very happy. I'm gonna end this episode here. Again, I remember this from my childhood, and it is exactly the same, so I'm excited. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully, I will see you later.